Right, so welcome to City Bus Manager. This is a game that I've been playing a lot in my spare time. What little bit of spare time I've got now that uni's been really busy. Which is why there haven't been any uploads at all for the last many months. Which is always fun when that happens. But City Bus Manager is sort of, you know, it's a fun game. Way more fun than it looks. Well, not more fun than it looks. Way more fun than it has any right to be honest. But that doesn't stop it from being fun. So, you know, bus game. Bus game. I'm gesticulating as if you can see me. I can't talk, so, you know, oh, there's dead giveaway of where I was going to go with this. Southern Vectis. We're going to go to the Isle of Wight. And we're going to base our operation out of Newport, which is sort of in the middle of the island. There's like a bay or a river. I don't know if it's a bay or a river. There's like a crack in the top of the Isle of Wight, and at the top of it is Cowes, where all the car ferries go, and at the bottom of it is Newport. So let's go to Newport on Southern Vectis. As you can see there, the game is in early access, so bugs, weird behavior, that's all to be somewhat expected. And let's do this without subsidies. Small area of operation, like, you know. So basically this is sort of, technically this is super expert mode, but I'm giving myself some seed capital just to, you know, get us off the ground. So let's go. Newport, Isle of Wight. Let's hope there's good OpenStreetMap data. When we load in, I'll explain a bit more about how the game works while I'm getting the depot set up. So, this is Newport on the Isle of Wight at the bottom of this. And this is really nice. This is really complete. There's something down here. What is this? This almost looks like some kind of housing estate. Either way. The first task is to get our depot in place. Now this is some kind of big industrial estate. Ooh, there's a massive hospital over it. I'm getting distracted. I can't tell what this is. I don't know what this is. This is always a good start when you're sort of in a new place. You don't know where exactly you're going to put your depot because you don't know where anything is. That's a college, right? I don't want to put the bus garage there. What's this? That is HMP Parkhurst. No, we don't want our bus garage in a prison either. So I think I'm going to go for this. Sort of estate thing here. And I'm going to put the garage there. Or not? Okay. Let's put it over here at Dolsh Way, okay? Do I want to place a depot here? Yes. Right. This is the start of City Bus Manager. Every game starts out like this. You've got your little depot over here, and you start out with a little service center. You can't move this, you can't make a new service center anywhere, so don't get rid of this, at least not until you've built more. Or, you know, well, you can't really get rid of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, what do we need to do first? We need to set up our service center, and I think for now this is as big as we will need. Although actually I'm going to send it probably 3 units further back. I have a few desks there set up, very nice. Wall, beep, beep. Just, you know, nice little wall, very nice. Then let's just get some nice armchairs set up against the walls back here, so people can wait to be served in the service centre. Let's also put a bin there. Now I need to build an office. So, office. Well, the first thing you need to do is build a corridor, first of all. The first thing you need to do is something first of all. Well done, me. That is how you English. So I'm going to build a corridor here and extend it back out over here. So the corridor has two functions. The corridor can... Well, the corridor obviously lets your people walk around sort of indoors, but it's also a place where you can place these lockers down. You can't put them here, you can't put them outside, you can put them in the corridor. And every employee needs a locker, but you get back to that as you're setting up your depot. Office. So actually the first thing I'm going to do, so in this space, I'm going to build a little kitchen here, and I'm going to build a bathroom, because you need those, there. Then in this space, actually I'm going to build one more thing there so that the corridor can be 3 wide. Oops. It's very sort of Sims / 2 Point Hospital-esque, this game. And it's you know, it's endlessly charming in that sense. You know, it's the Sims but for buses. So we have office. Now, the corridor must be accessible by an door. So let's put a tinted door behind this set of thingies. Let's put another, and then inside here we'll put a door. By the bathroom we'll put a door, a tinted door. And at the kitchen we'll put a normal door. Tinted door, I like to think of the corridor as a sort of like a locker room type situation, so no one should be able to see in from outside. And we want standing desks in the offices, so... Standing desks... Where are they? There are. So I'm going to place these against the wall with one sort of square between... Oh, that's nice. That when that works out like that, that's really nice. Then, you know, I like to imagine this as sort of functioning office, so we're going to put, you know, things on the wall books. Then, where's the printer? I like to imagine this as a functioning office, so printer goes there, very important. But for the game purposes, what's more important is that we give our employees a place to sit when they're not sort of working. So let's create a little social space back here. Now, in the kitchen, we need to put some kitchen things. Kitchen things? The most important ones are fridges and vending machines. Well, the functional items in the fridge are the... In the fridge? No. I can speak today, I'm very good at this. The functional items in the kitchen are the fridges and the vending machines, so I'm going to place that there. Then over here, I'm going to place something just a little decorative, even though we don't really have the money for that early on. Just there. And this is obviously very small. This is a very, very small setup, but it's good to get started. The bathroom will actually be much more future-proofed just by nature. So, setting up stalls so that people have some privacy. Dude, you didn't see that. Where's my wall tool? Wall tool, come back. So we have plenty of space in here for mini toilets. But I can't see in, so... And then each toilet needs to be accessed by door. Don't think about the physics of this, because these are actually sliding doors. So just don't think about the physics. It'll make you cry. Bathroom sink, that's what I was looking for. I'll put a couple sinks in there. Isn't that lovely? Now is the weird part, in that I need to buy buses before the game wants me to buy buses now. But I've not hired anyone to work for me yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off script, or off tutorial. Corridor. Lockers. And then I'm just going to line the walls like so with little lockers. So that our employees have a place to put their stuff when they get into work. Isn't that lovely? Then, so that those lockers aren't freestanding, there. That's lovely. I have spent over half of my budget on basically decoration. Don't worry about that. So let's hire some people, and obviously we need bus drivers. And it wants us to buy 2 buses to start with. I think that's reasonable, but I'm going to go with some more. So let's see, we can pay this person 12 an hour and they're still green happy. What about this guy? Yes. There we go. So what I look for when I'm hiring people is the friendliness meter first of all, because bus drivers will, well, any employee, their skill meter will change as they're working for you, as they learn, but their friendliness meter does not. So let's see, we can have 1 or 2 mechanics maybe? And we'll pay those the same as bus drivers. And let's start with 1 researcher. Let's go 1050, because that's, yeah. Now, this is... okay. Let's pay these people the same as our researchers. 1050. And 10... will you take 1050? It's substantially less. Yeah, no. Didn't think so. You will. We don't need the cleaners to be the friendliest of people, so that's fine. How many do I have? I have 3 cleaners. Then I now need to hire some service employees, and starting out, these are going to be the highest paid people at the company. These are going to be earning $13.50 an hour, because dealing with the public, it sucks. I have friends who work in retail. The stories that I have heard. There we go. Now, work schedule. Mechanics. During court hours, all employees are present. So, let's say mechanics, they'll be on station between 3 PM and 11 PM. Researchers, well, they will be here between 9 and 5. And cleaners will be present between probably midday and 10 PM. No. 2 PM and midnight. That is everyone done. That is our employees. If we start the thing, there should be some people at some point. I don't know. But we've got to go and do... we've got to do bus things now. Just get some road in. And you start out with just minibuses to use. Can you fit a medium space in there? No. We have 4 drivers, so I'm going to build for 4 buses. Then I'm going to add 1 more. Important, we need a petrol station for our buses to refuel that. We need a lifting platform so that our buses can be maintained, and a bus wash so that when they go out in service they will be beautiful. This is... oh dear. I have blown all of my money, so let's take out and loan. The terms on that seem alright to me. So, we have technically everything that we need. So let's buy some buses. We only have spaces for minibuses at the moment. So, these are what we have available to us. I've gotten rid of all of the default vehicles that come with the game because they are all left-hand drive. The doors are all on the wrong side. And some of them are quite ugly. So we have the Melostrata, the MCW Metro Rider, which is like the precursor to the Optest Solo, which we have one down here. The tiny little MMC, the Mini Darts, Mini 200s, the new Optest Solo, and a slightly bigger MMC. And I think, because I'm an absolute sucker for these things... Why has all of my research been done? Oh, for God's sake. So, off camera, I've just basically restarted. I'm back to pretty much exactly where we were, down to the layout of everything. So, now, if I go here, yes, we should only have the 8 minibuses, and if I click on one, it should have none of the upgrades. Perfect. However, you don't have to buy new buses. You can buy used ones. And I'm interested to try for some. Let's have a look at some old buses. What do we got? So there's 2 Stratas up here. Would you buy a used Melostrata? I don't think you would. There's this old Metro Rider, which could be fun to have, you know, bouncing around. A couple of Darts, 3 Solos, 2 SRs. Those are nice. And this MMC. So what I may do, to start our fleet off, is to get the Metro Rider and these 2 Darts. Will they take 17.5 for this? No. Never mind about the Metro Rider. Will they take 16 dead for this? No. Will these people take 20 for their Dart? Yes, they will. Will these people take 19.5 for their Metro Rider? Yes. What about the Solo? What does this Solo's 18.8? This Solo's 22.4. Let's get this cheap Solo. So we have 2 Darts, I think. No. Well, will they take 17.5 for it? Yes, they will. Will they take 15 dead for this? It's in pretty good nick. Yes, they will. I don't know how many buses that is. My buses, I've got 4. They're all broken to some extent, which is to be expected, actually. To be expected at this stage in the game, if you're starting with second-hand buses. Nope, I want to build. So this area, this took me a while to figure out. This area that the lifting platform and the bus wash are in, it's under hall. So if you build hall, an additional one, it won't build a wall there. I'm just doing that because it looks nice. Warehouse. So just build a little 8x8 warehouse there with a door there. And then I'm gonna go no, and I'm gonna take that off. And I'm gonna put another door there. Then I'm gonna realize I've blown through all of my first loan. So I'm going to take out this one, because it's actually got the lowest daily repayments on it. Repay that loan. Then need to get some replacement parts in, but let's see what I need to buy first. Let's get my buses in. Hello, darts. Metro thingy. Cool. So, you need to go for a wash, apparently. Just V-belt. One V-belt. Lights, wipers, everything except oil. Brake pads. Lights, tires. So pretty much lights, wipers, everything. Except oil. Yeah, lights, wipers, and everything except oil, so let's go. Buy 10 of each. For delivery immediately, because we do want to get our buses going. Give these all a wash. And a clean. While these are up, I want to see if the metro ride has been updated. So let's just say this is the 905 to nowhere. No, the metro ride has not been updated yet with the new displays. That's alright. How's the solo? If I make that say 905, no, that hasn't either. I know that the dart has. So if I make this say 905, it'll show up and you've got that there, and then the license plate works, so these are all nicely done. All the solos, that's the latest update to the game actually, that they added these. So if I put maybe SV on the board, and then Southern Vectis, boom. Destination bind works. How awesome is that? These are the drones that deliver when you when you buy spare parts. If you order for like immediate delivery, they come in these little like DJI drone looking things. And if you order normally, it comes in a van at a set time. So, now to make our first route. So I could do Newport to Carisbrooke. That looks quite doable with a small fleet relatively frequently. But I could also do Newport to the hospital. You can't really go around the hospital. It would be into the hospital and out, which is a bit of a shame. Certainly, like, from the context of me, I live in London. Whipps Cross Hospital in East London has a road that goes around it and a road that goes through the middle. And there are a lot of bus routes that go around or through. I think I say a lot. It's probably just the W12 and the W15. But local routes serve Whipps Cross Hospital directly by going through it. Or in the case of W12, around it. But yeah. So I could start from... This looks like a little bus interchange here. From Newport South Street up to the hospital. I think this is all the prison? I don't know. Then up here, Northwood, and up here you're looking into Cowes, which is where the ferries come in again. And then up here you've got Wootton and Fishbourne, which, you know, useful to think about. There's a fair bit. There is a fair bit around here. And the struggle is not where on earth can we go, it's where on earth should we start, which is a good problem to have in a game like this. But I think I'm going to start with a service between Newport Town Centre and the hospital. Fairly direct. What is this actually called? What's it called? Where's the name of this hospital? Is it anywhere? Or should I break out Google Maps for this? It's called St Mary's. Okay, that's fairly predictable. And I'll probably turn the bus round in the car park by the stroke unit. Checking with Newport. This thing that I pointed out as being a nice looking bus interchange is indeed Newport bus station, so that's nice to know. What should I name this route? I have a numbering scheme that I typically follow, and I just don't know whether I want to follow it for this route. Yeah, let's go for it. This is going to be the 901 Newport Hospital. And into the bus station. How does it like that? That likes that like that. Cool. So it's a 14-minute round trip, which is nice. We can make that run on a nice sort of even frequency. So I like to use a sort of middle grey. Let's go with 7F grey. For this, I use grey for my town routes, typically. Driving interval, rush hour, let's go with every 15 minutes. Or maybe every 20 and 10. Or every 15 and 30? Yeah, every 15 and 30 seems to work nicely. We'll start this at 5:45 maybe? That seems to be right. That seems alright. And we'll run this through until 22:15. This seems good. As stops go. So, now we'll do this timetable including Saturday. Monday to Saturday. Actually, something I'm going to try with this is an idea that Lucy Michaela had of splitting out the timetable into outbound and inbound journeys. Outbound, Monday to Saturday outbound. So, modify bus stops and you just get rid of the stops like that. That's the destination for that tour. And really you don't need any padding for 6 minutes. 6 minutes of route, you don't need any padding for that. Monday, Saturday, about cool. And just checking that everything works. Ooh. That needs a destination on it. This bus route will be assigned to my main depot. Cool. And let's activate the bus route now. Now the problem is that I've activated the bus route now, but I've got no buses because all of these buses are broken. So I might need to cancel my first few shifts. Does not find the way is a common issue with this game. We love does not find the way. It's actually a really funny bug when it happens, but it's annoying to try and get fixed. For now, we will just give these people a door and see if that fixes things. Yes, it did. Oh. Yeah, they probably want a door into their... yeah, that was an oversight. We've now got 2 delayed assignments. It's a smashing start. This is what happens when you run second-hand vehicles. And set up your routes to... Oh, well. That was an absolutely stunning first day, I think you'll all agree. But at least now we have time to get our buses all in order. I love it. That's so nice. Just gonna double check that this absolutely doesn't work. No, it doesn't. That's a shame. So just the dart works at the minute. And a big thing that they added with this is license plates and stuff. So, or the license plates and fleet numbers actually show up on the buses. This is a real bus that ran around my local area when I lived in Kent. GN04 UDK. Oh, that's the fleet number. GN04 UDK. Very nice. That's very Dart-esque. And the fleet number when it was with Arriva, or as it is with Arriva, is 1616. It is still in service with Arriva Beds and Bucks. I'm going to call this DSN1, which is very London-esque. The way that number, the fleet number is meant to read is Dart Small Non-Native 1. Non-native just means second-hand, it's London speak. So there's DSN1, very nice. And now basically what we have to do is wait for everything to get repaired. Yeah, I don't think the solo doesn't work, which is a shame. I like the solo, but the dart, you know, the dart is our friend today, apparently. Which is good. Whenever the dart is your friend, it's a good day. We love darts around here. We love these things to bits. There's all the people who do not need to be here ceasing to be here. And something I'm going to do straight off the bat is research a bigger bus. So there's this whole sort of tech tree in the game, which is quite interesting. Sort of interesting little progression element. Some of them make the game easier, which I'm not a big fan of, because you reach a point with this game where it ceases to be difficult. And when it ceases to be difficult, you end up making the game difficult by making bad decisions. And that's not fun at that point. So, I don't know, I'm not really loving the sort of late game. But the early game runs really well. The research adds a nice element to it. I just think there's perhaps a little too much in the way of later game sort of easiness that happens by researching things that make certain things easier. And yeah, every bus for the last few hours of the day has completely failed. That's fun. When this bus arrives back at the bus stop, we'll be able to time jump to the start of service on Tuesday. Let's get the dart out. And let's get out the Solent. So when that heads out on its sort of thingy, when the driver gets in, the destination should change. Yes, it does. 901 St Mary's Hospital. That's awesome. That is the first time I've seen that. I really, really like that. Does that show up there? The sprite doesn't show up sort of in enough detail, but I assume it does. For day 1. And this route appears to be a smash hit. Which is good because we've got no subsidy. But we have 2 buses lying around doing nothing here. Both of these little metro riders aren't doing anything. So I think I'm going to get 2 more. I'm going to get 2 interworking circulars set up. One is probably going to go to this little area in Carisbrooke. So it's going to go sort of along here, then down Nodgham Lane and around Clatterford Road. Then back into Newport on the High Street, into the bus station. Then it will interwork onto a route probably around here. So it'll come down Long Lane, down past the Kingdom Hall, and along Buckbury Lane, that's difficult to say, and then back into Newport by way of this road, and down here probably. So these are going to be the 901 and 902. So I guess commence time lapse? And so we're back from the time lapse. That was a very, very short, very easy route to set up. So this one I think is going to start from 5:30. Although its first bus is going to be an inbound. 1 minute. Finish it, okay, cool. Yeah, see, now there's extra. Better size. That's 2. Okay. So now there's, you know, 1, 2 hours. Yep. That is 100. So, that's what I'm here. So the journey to, this is the first time. 514 is the first year. 86 minutes. That's 5.5. That's 5. So if you're going to do something at 5:35, yep, you're 5 minutes. So now, I'm going to do time for 92. 92, maybe I'm saying, yes. Time for this. What do you agree? So, it's time for the And we're back. The 902 is created. The timetables are made. I hope that it works as intended. And I hope I have enough buses for it. Because that could be a bit of a sticking point if I don't have enough buses for this. Hello, what's this? Ah. That almost looks like the arrangement at Oval Square in Greenwich. What have I got? Reduce fuel consumption, yes please. Cleaner is not happy about what he is being paid, so just, you know, a little bit of extra. A little bit of pay rise. It's fine. Route statistics. The 902 is losing money. Oh, sorry, not 902. Oh. Oh, that's fun. Bus routes. The Carisbrooke Circular should be the 902. And the and the Buckbury Lane Circular should be the 903. Should I? Is that really worth being called the Carisbrooke Circular? Probably. I'm not going to swear too much about it. Seeing as it is the first route to Carisbrooke. So, just checking of timetable. The first bus gets into Newport bus station at 5:25. And the timetable here, 5:30. This should interwork. So if I activate them at the same time, and they don't interwork. And I've not got enough buses. Oh, this is a wonderful start. They don't interwork. So, I don't exactly know where to go from here, because I thought they'd interwork just fine. Why don't they... Maybe it's a thing where they don't interwork on the first day, but they do interwork later on? Because I did have interworking just suddenly start working at some point. Although, this isn't a proper circular, because... Yeah, I need to change my inbound timetables a bit. Just a bit, it shouldn't be too bad. Just for the 902 as well. Edit timetable. That will take effect tomorrow, and I have no buses to run that shift. Wonderful. So I'm going to start... I'm going to make a temporary addition to the bus station garage thing. They fit beautifully. And I'm going to buy some used buses. I like the idea of these darts. Pause it. See what the cheapest darts are. Well, what if I got an Enviro? Ooh, that could be fun. Enviro could be fun. It's in good nick, so I'll offer 18. This is in condition, so I'll offer 17. Cool. And this Metro Ride, I don't really want a Metro Rider. However, this is really cheap. Will they take 10 for it? I don't have enough. Will they take 9 for it? No. Will these people take 9 for theirs? Yes, they will. Lovely. As for this dart... this is going to be DSN 2. It really helps that the darts that I have are almost Arriva coloured. And I'm going to take this one from Luton as well. The Luton one, the other Luton one, GN04 UDK was a Gillingham bus, but now it's a Luton bus. SN03 LGE. And because the destination works on this, SV Southern Vectis. I don't know any strata regs. However, this Enviro 200, I know exactly where I can take this from. One of my local routes here in North London. Ooh, everything's happening. Everything's happening. Pausing game for a moment. One of my local routes in North London used to have, or used to be allocated consistently, these little 8.9 meter Enviro 200s. And there's still 3 of them out and about. But there's only 3 of them. So this one is going to be GN57 BPU. I don't know if that was a real one. But this is going to be ESN, Enviro Short Non-Native 1. That looks really nice. I like that a lot. And then the blind is going to say SV Southern Vectis. Isn't that lovely? But then I can also see how these blinds will look. So if I go 901, carrot that looks really nice. Southern Vectis, Southern Vectis, Southern Vectis. And just put that back to SV. I think this is going to end up cancelling. Yep. Oh well. Now, this is used. This is used. So I'm just gonna go to Ratala. Have quite a few, don't they? Diamond. And I'll just sort of imagine that this is sort of plonked onto the end of a Ratala order. Oh, there's even a gap. That's nice. So fleet number. This is gonna be Melastrata non-native. I don't know where the fleet number lives on these things. And the reg is going to be LM18 UWY, which would have been in the Ratala fleet 21203. But for some reason it doesn't exist. So, you know, I'm going to take that win. We've got ourselves a Ratala street light? No, a Ratala strata. Could you imagine a fate? That's a fate worse than death. Ratala strata. Anyway, how long have I been going? Oh, I've been going for like an hour. I do this all the time. So I guess come back next week or whenever for part 2, where we find out if my interworking actually works. Although for me it'll be significantly less time. Yeah. Do the YouTube things, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.